Being emotionally vulnerable with women is not going to work for you guys. I recently had a conversation with another male where he was asking, what do you do in situations where women are asking men to be more emotionally vulnerable while in a relationship? And I'm going to tell you right now, you're setting yourself up for failure if you think that that's actually okay for you to do while you are dealing with a woman. This is simply a setup for them to also see you weaker than what you are. You'll actually come off less of a man to them, believe it or not. Even though you are hearing this advice from them telling you to do it, don't fall for it. Every time that this has happened, all guys know that the women use it against you. They will actually wait until there's an argument or a fight, and then all they're going to do is just bite your head off in the end. And what you do instead is you stay hard on the inside, and you don't really let them know if they hurt your feelings or things like that. You have to just learn how to communicate what you want them to do, things that you don't like. But if you say anything that relates to your feelings, it's all over for you because now they found a weak spot. And really, that's all women are looking for. When you seem stronger than them emotionally, they're always looking for a weak spot now because they don't know how to get at you. That's really what it is. You give them the angle that it takes to defeat you. It's just like playing a video game, and they always have like a boss character that only has a very specific weakness. And if you're shooting or hitting him outside of that one weakness, that one weak spot, you can't do any damage to him. And that's what men are like to most women. Most women can't do any damage to you unless they see what is the weak spot that I can get him. And once you can get that weak spot, you can defeat the boss in the video game. And that's what women are looking for when it comes to men. They're wondering, how can I bring him down a level so I can weaken him to be on my level because he's so up there on the emotional level, I can't compete with him. All right, and so one example I have to prove that I know what I'm talking about is think about any time that you actually tried being emotionally vulnerable with a woman, and tell me how many times have you ever heard a woman respond, thank you for being emotionally vulnerable with me, and then they proceed to tie their hair up in a ponytail and then give you some gawk gawk 3000. I'm going to wait to see how many of you have had that situation happen where you've been rewarded in some kind of fashion for being emotionally vulnerable. And you know what? No one's going to be able to tell me that that has happened because it's not true. It does not happen. Most of the times, this is what happens to you when you're emotionally vulnerable. You're going to hear a response like this. Oh, that's what you were mad about? You've been up in your feelings for 3 days for this? This is what been bothering you? I can't believe you've been upset about that. Why are you so mad about this? That happened this and this time ago. Those are the type of answers you hear. You never hear, let me put my hair in a ponytail and give you some gawk gawk. I appreciate your emotional vulnerability, sir. You don't hear anything like that because it's not real. But you will hear them talk and try to trick you into thinking that that's the type of thing that's going to happen, is you're going to get some type of reward. Instead, you're always going to be punished. So really, in the end, all you can do is be stronger than them, because as a man, you already are supposed to be the strongest person in a relationship or in a family. So that's in multiple ways. That's mentally, obviously physically. Like if your girl's stronger than you physically, there's something wrong there. You need to get your ass in the gym or do something. Your woman should definitely not be stronger than you physically. But you got mentally, physically, emotionally. So we have to be solid on all fronts, guys. This is why I talk about stoicism, knowing how to control your emotions. It doesn't mean that you don't have any emotions. For instance, I'm not even saying that you can't smile or laugh around women. That is fine. You can show emotions, but just be a little bit more in control of how you handle them. Being emotionally vulnerable is more so you just telling them something that may have hurt your feelings or affected you in a negative way, but you have to be very careful how you do it, because once you do it, now they know your weak spot. You've given them the kryptonite that it takes to get to you. And so, truthfully, guys, you just got to build yourself strong enough so that way things aren't going to affect you as much. We all have emotions, but it's more about us being better as men at controlling them and dealing with them in a better way that doesn't end with like an emotional backlash or lashing out at somebody. That is literally our specialty. That's what makes us good as for who we are. And so that's why I say don't listen to women trying to take you out of your masculine energy. That's really all it is they want to say, hey, stop being so masculine, be a little bit more feminine with me like my girlfriends. And that's not your job as a man in a relationship. Anyway, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more. Make sure you put a thumbs up on the video and comment down below if you've had a situation that's been similar to anything I explained in this video.